it's not that I don't want to train with people. It's more that there's not that many guys in Boulder that are doing the Ironman and focusing on Kona and would be doing what I'm doing. Right. And, you know, you get to that point where you really know.
You can say it. You miss me. You miss me.
You were out there a couple times with me. Tony drove the car behind me a couple times on this 150-mile ride we have, and so that was always interesting. But this year, Pete and I are going to get him on the scooter.
That's brotherly love, driving 8 hours behind you at 20 miles an hour. So.
Pete sent me a note that was like, we got to get some sucker to drive the scooter to Wiggins and back, and I said, that sucker's name is Tony.
It cost you a pair of thumps.
That we can do.
There you go. So going back to Disney, you're happy with where you're at? Going against those short
yeah, I'm happy. You know, it's a
races.
different kind of racing. You know, it's always interesting racing guys who are a little younger guys in the sport and haven't been around, and it's different from when I started out. It's different. It's the half Ironmans are seeming a little bit more like Olympic distance races these days, and good and bad ways. But I'm happy with where I was at. I wish I wasn't that far off of winning, and I wish I could have won. But I just didn't quite have that next gear.
Well, that's definitely a difference in the old guard. I mean, you know, in the old races, you know, you got bike racers like Mike Pigg and the Jimmy Riccatellos and Wes Hobsons, and those guys, you know, they're all just paving their own way on the road, and I'm not saying anything was illegal over the weekend.
No, it was a fair race.
But those guys, they just the mentality coming from the ITU style of racing and the younger guys is conserve wherever you can, and even the way Richie got on your heels and ran behind you. I mean, I was like, God, that's such a smart move, but it's not your mentality to ease up and play those games. You just think, well, I'll just keep hammering and he'll drop off.
Well, and that, you know, and maybe that's to a fault to me because, you know, I think, you know, a few years ago, maybe I was stronger and would have just, you know, and I still feel like I'm strong enough to go as hard, you know, to lead the bike the whole way and lead the run.
When I won Chicago and I did that to Mike Pigg, and I went up to him and apologized after the race. I was like, Mike, I'm sorry I ran on your heels. And he's like, dude, that's racing. Don't worry about it. But I felt like it was just such a, you know, not the greatest way to win.
No, and it's, yeah, I mean, Kona's even become that way. I mean, you see, you know, the guys that run up into second, third, fourth place from way back, and it's just it's hard to adapt to a totally different kind of racing, and that's what I was talking about when you get caught up in other people's style of racing. That's where I'm focusing on doing my own race and focusing on my strength. And
well, you said last year after Hawaii, you knew that your race
blew that one in the first 40 miles of the bike.
Yeah, you realized you blew it when Cam Brown had dropped off the pace earlier in the bike. And when he rode back up to you at the end of the bike, that's when you're like, God dang, Cam was smart.
Yep.
And Cam did his own race, and he ended up second. You know, had a great day, and you know, your day was
less than great.
One to forget about. Yeah,
definitely.